Good morning, guys. Happy coffee talk. Today, I'm going to tell you about a popular nutrition plan that I found online that's actually not great for you at all. Super, super problematic, but you would never know from the outside. So that's what we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But first, my coffee today is in my jujitsu mug. This is a mug that was given to me by my dear friend Rachel. It's got all of the jujitsu belts on it: white, blue, purple, brown, and black. And I am drinking a new coffee today. So this is Ravens Brew. That's the name of the brand. It's kind of a local-ish. I think it's done in Washington. But this one I think is called Dead Dead. So it's kind of a hilarious name, I think, for coffee, but it's very, very good. So highly recommend Ravens Brew if you ever wanted to get one. They have it at the nicer grocery stores here. I'm sure they have it other places. But I wanted to dive into this popular nutrition plan because I totally 100% would have fallen for this and done this years ago. And so I want to share it with you as a sanity check. So on Fridays, I actually have a regular reoccurring phone call with my friend Mike Milner. And Mike and I have been friends for years, and he runs a nutrition coaching company also. And this phone chat that we have on Friday is kind of just like sometimes we talk business, sometimes we talk life, sometimes we talk whatever's going on. It's just a friend slash business chat, and we do it every Friday. And so on Friday last week, we were talking, and he was like, "Hey, I saw this website. I got targeted for this ad of this nutrition program." And I wanted you to see it because we were more interested in the page, to be honest. We were interested in how they were talking about their program and how they were helping people understand what it was. And we were more looking at it from that perspective, from a marketing perspective, right? And so he shares with me the page and we were chatting about it. And I didn't look that deep into it, to be honest. I looked at the language on the page and, the colors and like that kind of stuff, but I wasn't looking at the nutrition plan. And then I was chatting with another friend later in the day, and he also runs a nutrition coaching company. So I'm really fortunate to have friends who are in the same space and we can learn from each other. And I shared the page with him and I said, "Hey, have you ever heard of this company? It's interesting and there's some similarities to what you do," because his company actually runs programs like this with gyms. And this one is directed sort of like in a challenge setting. Like you do this thing for 4 or 6 weeks and, look at your amazing results. And I said, "Have you ever seen this before?" And he goes, "Yeah, I have." He's like, "Did you look at their actual nutrition program?" And I was like, "I didn't look at it. I was more looking at the page. I was looking at the colors and stuff." He goes, "Look at what they're recommending." So I zoom in on the page because you can actually see a clip of their nutrition plan. And this is, when I say it's a popular nutrition plan, I'm going to say that it's popular in the gym spaces, that this is something that many gyms offer this plan or close to it as a nutrition program. And it's not good. And here's why. So opened up the plan and turns out it basically gives you the exact same recommendations if you are a 225-pound person versus a 175-pound person. So from a nutrition coaching perspective, that is not going to work because that is a very different body that needs a different kind of nutrition or needs a different amount of nutrition if you're 225 pounds versus 175 pounds. So that was like red flag number one. So that they were putting together people that were in a large spectrum of body weight and saying that they're the same. They're not. That's red flag number one. Red flag number two was the actual quantity of what they were recommending. So this was an extremely low fat diet. I'm talking like 30 grams of fat or less for a given day. And most of the meals looked like, chicken breast, broccoli, and that's it. Or one was chicken breast, broccoli, a tiny bit of carbs, and then one tiny small portion of fat. And then the other meal was very similar. And so you're basically eating low carb, low fat, high protein. And this is the least sustainable diet I've ever seen put into a package of fitness. And so it was kind of infuriating to me because we expect it in the diet space. Like if we're looking at ridiculous powders and shakes and things that we know, even if we have ever bought into them, and I have too, but like, even if we did, we kind of knew. We kind of knew what we were getting into there. We knew we weren't going to drink that powder forever. We knew we weren't going to do that thing. But this one is frustrating because it's packaged like a sustainable, clean up your nutrition kind of program. And if you just look at the food choices, that by itself wouldn't tell you the red flags. Like you would never know. You'd be like, oh, those are like mostly decent foods. That seems reasonable. And it's paired with a workout, and it's paired with, support systems, which again, it's not, but it says that it is because the support systems don't make sense if you're eating off of, something that puts you in a category of people who are 50 or more plus pounds different than you. Then there's no customization that even makes sense. Even if there was a coach in the picture, it doesn't even make sense because you're already starting with the wrong thing. But I think what was so infuriating to me was that it looked really alluring. And even my first glance at the page, I didn't see any of those red flags because I didn't look at the actual nutrition plan until I zoomed in on it. And so I could see why someone who is like, I just need to do better with my nutrition would sign up for a thing like that. Now, why would that be a problem? Well, it's a problem because one, it's a super, super low calorie diet. And I've talked to you guys about this before. When we do a super low calorie diet, you are going to see results quickly. And honestly, that's what that company is banking on. That company is banking on creating as fast as possible, like transformation before and after pictures, so that you would say, okay, like before and after as fast as possible. I've done this 1100 calorie diet. I lost a bunch of weight. Look at me. Yay. And then on the back end, they're like, well, let me help you because if you keep doing this, you're going to implode. Right? So they kind of like break you and then sell you fixing you, which is so screwed up. Right? And so, yeah, when I was talking to my friend on Friday in the evening about this plan, his plan has a much higher level of calories for people and they still get results. And that's what's even more infuriating is you actually don't have to break people in order for them to see results. You can take care of their bodies and feed them correctly, even if it's like a recommended list or, sort of a structured approach like that, like here, pick from this column. That's not bad. That's fine. The problem is that it has to be an appropriate amount of calories for someone so that when they lose weight, it's actually sustainable. And so I just felt so annoyed by the fitness industry when I was looking at this because I was like, gyms who are saying that they want to help people feel better and move their bodies and get strong, push this program out on the regular. And it's infuriating to me because this program, again, is going to hurt people. Because remember, a super low calorie diet has consequences. When you do a super low calorie diet and you see that really rapid weight loss and everybody around you is like, oh my God, girl, you're doing it. Yay. Well, guess what happens after you're done? You don't just gain the weight back, you gain the weight back and more. Because when we do a super low calorie diet, we experience both fat loss and muscle loss. So we are losing our body's ability to burn calories. And we are teaching our metabolism and our body that we are going to starve. And so again, people say what starvation mode is. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, our bodies adapt. And so if we do a super low starvation calorie diet, 1,200 calories is starvation level. If you do that, your body adapts to it. You'll lose weight rapidly the first time. And then when you gain it back, you're going to gain it back at a certain rate. The next time you do it, you're going to lose it slower and you're going to gain it back faster. And the next time you do it, you're going to lose it even slower and you're going to gain it back even faster. That's how that works. And so they've done studies to show, so our metabolism is actually adapting and sort of slowing down. But really what our body is learning is that sometimes we starve. So I better slow that train down. And when we actually get food, we better put on some weight because we're going to be starving again. And so super low calorie diets have consequences. And eating 30 grams of fat, like a tablespoon of peanut butter in your day, is not enough fat to have a healthy body. What it is, though, is a way to get really fast weight loss. And so don't listen to this and be like, oh, I'm going to find that plan and do it. Listen, sometimes, and the reason I called that out is because really fast weight loss, when that came out of my mouth, I was like, crappers. That's exactly what people want. Really fast weight loss. And that's why that plan is so popular, but it's hurting people. And it makes me angry because it looks like it's a gym nutrition program, and it's not good. And so I wanted to share that with you, one, because if you are looking at doing something and you're not sure, send it to me. I would be happy to look at it for you and sanity check it for you, because it's really confusing. Again, my friend's program has food options and encourages people to make empowered choices about their food. And on the surface, it looks kind of similar to this other program that's literally having people starve to death to create transformations where they are going to like have that before and after so that they can use that to sell more people into it. And from the surface, some of those programs look kind of the same, but they're not. One is responsible in helping people, lose weight at a realistic calorie level at a sustainable pace, and the other is taking advantage of people. And it's really hard to know the difference. And so I just wanted to share that with you because it kind of made me mad. And I know how confusing it can be. And if you are somebody who, again, is not sure and you're looking at something, send it to me. I am super happy to sanity check it for you. And if you have been doing some of those really low calorie diets, those 1,200 calorie diets for a long time, and I'm talking to you, I'm actually going to do a masterclass next week. So I don't have the sign up yet, but I will have the sign up later this week. I'm going to do a metabolism mistakes masterclass and tell you what to do about it. So I'm going to talk about the biggest mistakes we make regarding our metabolism, how we kind of break it, and then how to fix it. And so it's the opposite of that stupid plan. I want to make sure you have the information so that you can start to fuel your body differently, and you aren't gaining weight rapidly, and you can lose weight at a normal speed when you do things right. Isn't that infuriating if you do things right and you don't lose weight? Well, guess what? If that's been your reality for a long time, that might be the case. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, watch for the sign up for the masterclass. I will have that out later this week. Would love for you to sign up, and that'll be next week. It's a free, class with me on metabolism. And so I'll help you figure out what to do for you. Thanks for plugging into Coffee Talk. If you haven't done so, subscribe to Fit Me Coffee Talk on your favorite podcast platform. And if you're not a part of our Facebook group yet, we are wrapping up Nutrition Boot Camp, but you can still be a part of it. Check out all the videos and content that's in there. So go over to Facebook, search Fit Me Community, request to join the group, and I will add you in there. Take care. Bye.